Henny.
We still have people like Ballerina in this club, I don't know. We still have the likes of El Neni in this club, I don't know why.
That's because you got so depressed that you've abandoned your team.
Well, now you don't care. Wait, sorry.
I don't care.
He said he
made our captain and embarrassed him.
Welcome to Let Me Land, episode 2. First and foremost, let me apologise for last week. Auntie Rona got me. I was down and out and we couldn't record. The boys are rested and we're back for another one. Let me look around the faces. Who's smiling the most? Definitely not Kelechi. Where should we start? You know what? How are you feeling today, man?
Good, man. Fresh to death. My team is about to play now, so yeah.
See them lying.
Great all time. Mbappe, Neymar.
We're covering the English Premier League, my friend. Let's talk about your original team.
Let's look at the camera. I mean, you've just looked at your highlights again on your match yesterday. How do you feel?
That's not my team. My team is in Paris.
So this guy is.
Hold on. Tu veux parler français? Tu parles français?
Wow. Let's go. John, a bit of seriousness. Give us the real.
You know what? He should have never been appointed in the first place as manager. And
Can't imagine.
we're here where we are, you know? So
This is Pep.
we reap what we sow. And that's it. Until we get a new owner, nothing's gonna change.
So wait, because you've touched on two problems. The manager shouldn't have ever been appointed, and then now it's the owners. So surely they don't go hand in hand.
They do go hand in hand.
Oh?
Okay.
Well, one makes the decisions, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like, which one do you attack first?
I'd rather.
I think he's finally ready to speak to this.
It's
You've been asking John, be polite, so let him finish, let him land.
I'd say priority would be, if I had my own way, I'd get rid of the owners first, because it'll be a trickle down effect. With half ambitious owners, they're not going to have Arteta there for long.
They've put money in.
They have put money in, but the way Arsenal spend money is for example, look at the Pepe signing. We signed him for 72 million, but we didn't really sign him for 72 million. Emery wanted Zaha, who could have went for 70 million, but because we couldn't give the cash up front, we decided to go and get somebody who's 72 million, but so it's not real. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not really.
No, this year was real though, I can't lie. You've got Ramsdale, Ben White.
No, but I feel like.
You spent the most in Europe, I think.
Nah, well, we've just overtaken them.
Yeah.
No.
Only by a few mil, like literally just.
But on the wrong players, we do it all the time. Like we spent, I think, what did we spend last time? We spent over 100 as well. Like we spent on a lot of players last time. There was another season where we spent on a lot of players.
Let's tap into your knowledge. I know you know it.
Yeah, something along those lines as well. The thing is, it's not just what we buy, the way we buy is. By now, we should have sold Xhaka by now.
Yeah, he's accepted it. We ain't talking French this time.
we in it.
Not that French, just buy Xhaka.
I don't know.
He should not be playing for this club anymore. His time is gone. The league is too. I mean, it was too difficult for him 4 years ago. The league is now gone by far in quality, in speed, in intensity. He should not be playing for a team in the Premier League anymore. He needs to, as good as qualities are, he cannot be playing. His qualities are passing ability, but that's beside the point. Let's not even talk about the qualities. That's beside the point. There's no point for him playing in this club. We still have people, the likes of Ballerina in this club, I don't know. We still have the likes of El Neni in this club, I don't know why. We still have the likes of Chambers. We still have the likes of Holding. Saliba's out on loan.
So long story short, you want to get rid of everyone. Because we just
we have too many trash in our bag. right now. We have too much trash players. We should be looking and aiming for starting quality level players or players who have the potential to be that. Right now we have people who are just yes men, good people.
But are those players going to come?
We spent crazy money this season. We spent for the amount of the players we bought. We spent crazy money.
And we improved our B team with that money.
Yeah.
But what can you offer these big players?
It doesn't know, but
You've offered Premier League football.
We've not been competitive for over 10 years. We've managed to get the likes of Ozil, Sanchez. It don't matter. It's not about that. It's not for the.
But in those days, you were still in the Champions League.
No, I don't think your club doesn't hold the same weight name as the other big clubs in the UK.
No, it
doesn't.
Not anymore.
Clubs go in cycles, they go up and down.
No, but our one seems like this is going to be for a very long time.
The difference is when you've got a bit of European pedigree, you can have a bad run of a few years and your name still holds a lot of weight.
Exactly, but
Arsenal, you've won a Premier League, some FA Cups.
No, I don't think it's that easy. I think the damage that the current owner has done since he took over in 2007 is too much. It's way too much. I don't think you guys have an owner in the top 6. You've not seen a worse owner.
And also,
you've not seen a worse owner.
And the administration, like Edu Gaspar, I don't even want to say his name. I'm just saying call him Caspar, because he's nowhere to be seen. He goes out on holiday during the summer transfer window when you should be doing the nitty-gritty to get the right players at the right time for the right money. And you can see he's not up to it. We have people in the administration side that are not up to the job.
This is sounding like a bit like Arsenal fan TV. Can we focus on other places?
Let's pull back a notch. Let's think of it logically, because alright, the problems of the board, the problems of Arteta. But in reality, for me, I didn't expect you lot to beat City anyway. 5-0 is a lot. I don't know, it's unacceptable, but it was always a loss in my book. Brentford, with or without a new board, with or without a Conte or a bloody even Wenger, you should be beating Brentford.
I'm not surprised by that either.
Regardless, do you know what I mean?
I'm not surprised. Arsenal have done that before.
There is that first. That is that first game of the Premier League season. Newly promoted team. You know that does happen.
No, but
it shouldn't happen, but it does happen.
We've lost. I swear we lost the first game of our season for quite a few, even on the Wenger, like against Aston Villa. First game of the season, we always lose.
This is the thing about Arsenal, we don't have players, only maybe the young players, we don't have players that are hungry and want to impose themselves on another team.
And when we do get those players, the fans turn on them, because Wenger will turn on them as well sometimes, or they just turn on them. Every player that we've had that's been hungry, the other players have turned on them.
Like Bellerin, for example, used to do that on Sanchez. He turned on Sanchez.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So we've had players, but their winning mentality is too much. It's too foreign. They can't take it. They can't handle it. The players that are there comfortably, so they're like, nah, we're not on that. We need to get rid of this guy.
So your owners are trash. Your managers trash.
The players are trash. Yeah.
But that's why it always comes back down to the board. If you have a board,
Get a good board.
you get good administration, you get good coaches, good managers, you get good players.
Okay.
And it's down.
Realistically, though, the board's not going to change.
Trust me.
So
It's not. I think it's possible.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, the reason why I say
Do you know many owners?
No, but
in your contacts.
the thing why I say that is because the likes of Kroenke doesn't want to spend. He doesn't want to overly spend, but he realised that for you to be competitive, you have to spend a lot of money, and for you to maybe try and make. He wants to basically hit the middle ground, have a team in the mid-table, team. He doesn't want to overspend to make his team competitive. But he doesn't want to underspend, so they're still seen as a profitable legacy team, being a mid-table team. I don't know how he wants to do that, and that's what you're seeing with Arsenal. We're not pushing the boundaries we're progressing further and further, and he doesn't want to spend his money. And I think in the long term, I think he may cash in. I think he's got enough leverage. Because he's using us as leverage for his stadium.
Exactly. So, and he's got his son involved. Like that's the 2 generations you're gonna have to try and outlive. Like, nah.
You know what?
If the right offer comes in from the Middle East,
I've been hearing rumours.
Abu Dhabi.
Qatar.
Yeah, I heard those rumours, but nah. Until I see,
The reason why I say it's a bit different from the Daniel Ek thing is because I could tell Daniel Ek first of all, didn't have enough money. I didn't think he had enough overall wealth, even though he had enough to buy Arsenal. I don't think it was. I think the margins were too tight. Yeah. Whereas the Qatar thing is a completely different ballgame, and they want to buy sports clubs for their own legacy and how they're viewed in the world, perception-wise. And they've already. I think it's the same institution that bought PSG. These are the same guys, and now they want to buy. If you buy Arsenal, that's even bigger.
God forbid.
So they want to make. They're competing.
We're back. If that did happen, we're back, boy. I can talk.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's potential. If
we're back,
you guys, God forbid, to be bought by Qatar, big game.
John, what were you saying?
the other day I was watching. I was watching a video based on a rumour about the Qatars taking over Arsenal's, and an Arsenal fan was talking about the ethical values of an owner, and I just...
Oh, it should not happen.
Yeah, I was just gobsmacked. I was just like...
I mean, we saw that with the Newcastle today.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, the Newcastle were being taken over, but it got shut down by the league because... there's questions about like human rights.
That's by the league, but the fan. This is the fan. Yeah. This is his. Regardless of who gets involved or regulates it, this is his own opinion, and he was like, "Oh, not too sure about this." I was just thinking, this is the worst fan base. I think we've just got the worst fan base.
I mean, the effort's left with Wenger anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't make sense.
Would you have Wenger back?
No.
No.
He's partly the reason why we're in this mess.
I'm confident about that.
Something I learned about Wenger after he left is apparently he put in his own money towards your stadium.
No, I couldn't. No, I doubt that. And even if it's true, so I couldn't get it. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
So before we move on,
So just
obviously now, before we move on, last week we weren't here, so we didn't really discuss the London derby.
Which one?
Which one? Oh, amnesia. Harry, I'll come to you, man.
Let's start with Chelsea first.
Yeah, let's start with Chelsea because we haven't heard much from you. So yeah, last week you dealt with, I wouldn't say your rivals, but your London.
Not anymore, unfortunately. It was a good game. It was a good fixture. It was good to see Lukaku really dominate. As he said, he did very well. Maybe not as much this weekend, but it was so good. Chelsea were in full force, and then it was just annoying that they took the foot off the pedal. Went 2-0 up and then just coasted. It was kind of annoying, but it's not massive. Can relax. Why chase it too much? It's 3 points.
I wanted to call it NSPCC because the tackle was William defenders like they were little kids. It was wrong.
That was
awful. When I saw him drop on the floor like that, I said, "How dare you?"
No. Because what's funny is there was a meme created before the game happened, and then reality became meme. It was just
But the thing is, the guy that was supposed to happen, he clocked that this was going to happen, so he called it sick.
Yeah, I bet it's the fake lateral flow. It's the lemon juice and Pepsi into the.
He just
go with it.
And Murray had to hold that call. It was rude.
Arsenal boys, anything to say?
Poor setup, poor tactics by the manager. Poor personnel. Everything was just wrong. So I think what's not to talk about? Like what did we get right? That would be harder to discuss.
That was the interesting thing that they didn't go 5 at the back like they did back in December or January or whatever, or even in the FA Cup as well.
Who knows? I don't really understand our manager's logic. Even when you look at our game against Man City and you look at the lineup, Kolasinac was meant to be sold, but he's there. Who else is there? Chambers. Who else is there? And Holding. These lot. How long do you reckon they trained together? As a unit, said that you guys are going to play this match. Come on, you did
3 days.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? 2 days, so it's like.
Arsenal since 2014.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like.
You know what? I don't think Arsenal were that bad against Chelsea.
They weren't terrible.
I expected Chelsea to win it.
Chelsea weren't. Chelsea didn't leave third game.
Yeah, Chelsea started well.
It was too easy.
It was way too easy.
They were bad.
I think there's a big contrast between how they were against Chelsea and City. Because against City, you lost because of you. It wasn't because of City. City barely tried. The first goal was, I don't know how. Yeah, Gundogan winning headers. The second goal was a random hit into the box, went past 2-3 players. And then you got this donkey who just got your contract, 2 guys. From then it's over.
When he did that, I was just laughing.
Against Chelsea, it was boys v man. Like Chelsea had over 65% possession in the Emirates.
But it was cruise control.
Yeah, literally, they weren't.
It wasn't like City, where they kept going.
Yeah, like, what I'm saying is, against City and Chelsea, I'm expecting them to have possession against Arsenal. What I'm saying is, against City, Arsenal, basically.
No, but what's
they may as well have just scored the goals.
What's the Arsenal way? What's the Arsenal way?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's I think that's where the frustration is.
There's no
That's where the
identity.
frustration comes from, in that they've had 3 games. There's no consistency in how they're playing. There's no consistency.
Thank you.
No consistency in the energy
Like
levels
anything.
or even the squad as it stands. Because it's a bit, obviously, supposedly COVID has prevented getting out the full squad you necessarily want, but it's just been inconsistent. And I can understand the frustration, but even then, the tactics, I've looked at the tactics and just thought to myself, like yesterday I was watching, you're playing 5 at the back but then pressing 4 against 6. It made no sense to me. If you're going to press 4v6, even school kids can pass around that.
That was when I saw that lineup, that was just weird. The guy, your Arteta guy is...
He's a terrorist, you know.
I think it just shows that he's gone on. I think Arteta now has found that life has become him real hard.
Woo! You know.
Wait, it was 81%.
Yeah.
To 19.
Yeah.
2.
Yes, so
Position, yeah.
FIFA stats. No, they're hard to achieve on FIFA, I won't lie. Like, you've got to really...
Do you know what it is, yeah?
Oh my God.
It's because of the 10 men thing, but it wouldn't have done anything.
True.
It wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But that wouldn't have done anything.
Nah, but 10 men, it's a cute excuse to hide behind.
similar to Chelsea.
What was Chelsea's stats? What was Chelsea's stats?
It was about
68. It was 68%.
Yeah, but that's not 87.
81.
81% is mad.
81.
That's very mad.
That's a first class degree.
That is very mad.
And that's a high number. Wow. Bloody hell.
So if that's a first, what's Arteta got? What's he on?
Wait.
2-2 at best.
It was 0.
No, he's not on the 2-2.
Academic probation, bro.
No, he's out of
That's failure.
Nah, it's too big a job too soon.
You know what? No,
I don't even think that.
I think it is. I think there's an element of that. You have to forget he was a first team coach to suddenly being a manager of let's be honest, Arsenal are a big club in this country. So that is a big step up from no management experience.
The expectation was so low.
That's why he started. The beginning looked okay. That's
I don't know if the expectation is low.
Yes. What do you guys expect?
Yeah, but these guys are depressed, man.
Exactly.
I'm happy.
That's because you got so depressed that you've abandoned your team.
That's not the question. That's just being smart.
Yo,
Bro,
bastard.
you know that mask where the mask is smiling, but under the mask is tears.
I tweeted that to him today, bro. You're past this pressure, bro. It's not
Crazy. Let's go to the blue side of London. Where Mr.
So that's all of it then.
Touche. Nah, I can't lie. Tottenham's top of the league at the moment still. But yeah.
Hey, can't you clean that, right?
2 gold Champions League stars above the chest, above the crest.
Sorry?
Yeah, but Liverpool's not in London, so.
I want that away from the recording.
But yeah, Chelsea. So you started off at Palace. We touched on Palace. I mean, business as usual, really. In the first episode, you then went on to bully your younger brothers in Arsenal, or your adopted brothers in Arsenal.
Long forgotten cousins, I think.
We're the older brothers.
Fair play. No, it's true. I forgot myself. I thought
We're the older brothers.
in
We're
this
just useless.
generation, but yeah.
We're just useless.
But then yesterday, I can't lie, you showed a bit of character.
I mean, Chelsea's got that character. It was shown throughout the Champions League last year. There are some real battlers.
But was it good from you on behalf, or just poor from Liverpool's?
I think there's a bit of both. I don't think Liverpool actually did too much, but it was, you know, it was solid.
Yeah.
Some big performances. There was some questionable things, I'm not gonna lie. So like Dave throwing himself down in the box. I want to say like around the 86th minute, and he just like.
Who's sorry?
Aspilicueta.
Oh.
So he why do you guys call him Dave?
Because they can't say Aspilicueta.
That's
That says everything you need to know about Chelsea fans. You know what I mean? Fuck it. His name's Dave. His name's Dave.
That's shocking.
Never
I mean,
knew.
I've heard it, but that's poor. But yeah,
Here's his chance, but whatever. But yeah, so.
That's your skipper though, man. Fuck.
Well, now they can say it now. He's been at the club for what, like 8 years. You know? But yeah, it was solid.
Do you agree with the red card decision?
I mean, I don't want to agree with it, but I disagree with what was shown to the referee on the VAR screen. He saw a still image, and it's like, well, the still image doesn't show it coming off his thigh, and where he then flicks his arm out after ball contact, it's like, well, that's then going to make it look even more. But yeah, it would have been a red and a goal if his arm wasn't there. But it's natural position. But yeah, it was one of those things. But if it was 11, I do think that we would have won the game.
I disagree on that.
I don't know, but go for it, yeah.
I'd say up until the red card, if you looked at it from an emotionless point of view and just looked at the attacking threat in the game, after that red card, we had more of the attacking threat.
You had more chances, but in terms of like big chances, you had barely any in the whole game.
Hendo
fucking tried to do something. I don't know what he was trying to do. Till this now, I'm watching it going, is he passing it, is he shooting? I don't think he knew what he was doing, but to be fair, I came out of it and I thought a draw was overall a pretty fair result. If you ignore the red card, etc., and then us just trying to play, their performance was very Mourinho-esque in the way they cramp in the 50th minute and stuff like that, and players just going down. It was very old school Chelsea, and I thought we really didn't do enough after the red card to create any clear cut chances. Harvey looked like a player 5 years older than he was playing, and he actually is.
That's fantastic.
18, and he
was. I need us to review that list of youngers. Because I need us to review that list of youngers. He needs to be, that ESR talk needs to come up. He's better.
He's still better than Bruno.
Well, who's that? Who's this?
Harvey Elliott.
Please.
I think it's a bit early for that.
The kid played like
He should have scored.
He looked so comfortable. So comfortable. Movement excellent.
So because he changed his trim. Well, that thing that he had before.
He's decent, but I think I said it yesterday. Personally, for me, there are many players of that standard in the UK. There's just not many of them getting that opportunity. Like, to be under the magnifying glass in such a big game, it's rare. Like Billy Gilmore.
He's 18, but
Billy Gilmore came out of nowhere. You know, everyone loves him. It's normal nowadays. I can't lie. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of this new hype.
No, I think the only thing you got to take into account with Harvey is that's a new position for him, because he normally plays off the right wing, which is obviously we've got Mo Salah there. It's not going to happen. So during pre-season, he's learned to play in that midfield.
That's fair enough, and I'll give him credit for that. But is he better than Curtis Jones? Is he better than Emil Smith?
Well, he's keeping him out.
I don't know, man.
So you can justify that he is?
I don't know if
He's got a bit more versatility. If you saw the way he lined up, what would happen is when Salah would come inside, he'd take Salah's position wide, and then Trent would camp on the inside, which is where a lot of his nice little passes come from, was that inside right channel, which is, it gives us a bit of difference. I think when we play with a different set of the three in the middle, I think it actually gives us a bit more options now. That midfield three now, I'm comfortable with our options. I think we were a bit worried about Ginny going to PSG and what was the replacement's going to be. I think some players have stepped up so far. We're only 3 games in, we'll see.
It's the first time I've seen him play, and he was very impressive.
If you saw him the first, he kept trying to get at Alonso, and I thought he was going to have a bit more joy. Alonso got lucky a couple of times, just coming off his heel, and so I was like, I thought he's gonna, because he can ruin a player. I've seen him ruin a player.
Alonso, he's not the most agile though.
He's not, but in that situation when they were pretty much playing with 5 at the back, to beat a player in that situation is difficult enough it is, because if you do get past them, the support is there straight away. But yeah, I don't know, draw was even. 7 points from 9 is not too bad.
It was a fantastic game. I liked it.
It was really enjoyable until the red card, and then it just.
I think I made it. To be honest, that red card. I know everyone keeps talking about calling United a super team and C, big C. That red card for me more or less showed why Chelsea are very strong contenders. Like they have fighters, they battled through that. And then you people like Kovacic coming off the bench. When he came on, he was fantastic. A lot of times under pressure, they were coming out of that.
Yeah.
Chelsea are very solid. And like you said, it's a
Dark
very
horse.
old school Mourinho-esque team.
Very old school, yeah.
Can't break. There's a lot of talks about my team's attacks, but Chelsea's defense is nuts.
It's a good place right now. Obviously, this season is a long, be a difficult season for everybody.
So Chelsea, the next fixtures, what's it looking like?
Yeah, hope so. Well, Villa next after the internationals, and then Spurs after that. Hopefully 6 points.
And then you got City after that.
That will be in a very interesting game. Very interesting.
It's a tough. I think it's a tough September for Chelsea.
That is
like, to be fair, yesterday they proved a bit. 10 men against one of the best teams in the league. To come out with a positive result, fantastic. But then Villa, Tottenham, City. September's looking a bit. It's looking like a.
Tasty. That's what it is.
I mean,
I'm not worried.
October.
Used to go into this one getting worried.
Whether you're serious candidates or not, but I think you will be alright personally. What do you not think about Chelsea's chances for the next month?
The only team I don't see that demand. I don't think I think they'll beat Villa. I think they'll beat Tottenham. See, will be a good test. Probably be a draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
Or they could potentially win. Yeah,
They'll beat them.
I think they
Wow.
1-0. Yeah, possibly.
They know.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
See, have this
On that
problem.
number.
They always beat City.
See, have this problem, right? If you beat their press, it's done. If you have speed and you beat their press, it's done.
Got a get out option now as well.
Yeah.
They can go long ball. They can go long ball to Lukaku if they need to.
Yeah.
I think we've writ off Spurs too quickly in that conversation, because they've put on a job against City, and they can do the exact same thing against you guys. On the counter, they've got so much pace on the counter.
It was to be expected with Nuno coming in that they were going to be defensively solid, but their quality I'm not sure it's that.
Yeah, I don't think that the counter is going to work against Chelsea.
Yeah, it will, because Chelsea will be expected to win that game. So when you're going into as the favourites, you have a sort of pressure on you to not sit back.
Who's at home? Who's away? It's Tottenham. The one up.
It's Tottenham. It's away at Tottenham, yeah.
So that's going to be exactly like the Man City game. And the fans will recognise. And I think it counts whether or not. I think it counts whether or not Kane starts.
Well, he started today.
And the Derby as well.
I want to know if Nuno's got balls, he'll start the exact same team that played against pretty much the same team against City. Because that team.
Yeah. If he had sense to do that team.
Yeah, Joshua.
We're talking about counter. Kane is not the type to counter.
If I'm saying that pace, when they're
He plays like they did last season against Southampton. It was like, he'll just sit in, boom, ping that ball over the top to Son.
He's got the technical quality to do it as well.
Don't know, man.
Merseyside boys, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I think they're good.
Yeah, hanging in there.
Hanging in, we're joint second.
Just checking. So obviously the week we missed out was Burnley. Comfortable win. Some might say it was luck. Not gonna say any names. Not gonna point any fingers. But yeah, comfortable win against Burnley.
I wouldn't say it was comfortable, but we had a few scares. They hit the post early on, and they nearly scored right at the end. If I can remember, but Alisson pulled off a good save. But
Yeah.
other than that, it was a good performance.
Tim McCass was looking a bit suspect.
Got an assist, didn't he?
He did.
I don't know what you lot's agenda against this guy is, but
Defensively, he's a bit worrying, man. And there's no agenda. He's in my fantasy.
so are most attacking fullbacks in football.
To be fair, it wasn't awful.
He's our second choice left back, and he's not doing a bad job. So
He wasn't afraid to throw the tackles about as well.
2 clean sheets. You've only conceded once. You know, he left the team, to be fair. So, yeah, I'll give you that.
I've liked Tim going forward.
See, I said it to him before the beginning of the season. Having watched this guy play, he's got a slightly better cross than Robertson.
I can see that.
He actually has.
I can see that.
To me, what's his name? Timmy Cass.
I don't know, man. That's
I don't agree with
that's
that.
a
but-
bold-
Robertson gets in a lot more, but his crosses seem to find the right area and target more often.
You know that middle spot in a box where it's just long.
Gulag.
Yeah, he's good in there.
Call it the gulag. Anything can happen.
Corridor of
Yeah,
uncertainty.
he's good in there
Yeah.
still. He's good in there. It doesn't seem to cross as often as Robertson, but when it does, they almost look dangerous.
I think he brings his head up more for crosses. He brings it up, looks, and then delivers the ball whilst. Robertson at times can be like, he'll get to the byline and then he'll just hit
I
it.
think Robertson just assumes Salah is going to be down snapping.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, that's fine if you're in a team bonded. You know, you all know what's going on, so that's not terrible.
Merseyside boys, the next fixtures: Leeds, Palace, Brentford. You guys got a nice little September.
That should.
I'd say 9 points, but Leeds are the only difficult. Leeds
I
are
don't know, they
difficult.
look
to-
shaky.
Yeah, but
today,
it depends what Leeds turn up. Sometimes they can turn up.
Play is like a perfect sort of antidote to the way we play.
I can't lie, I'm saying 9 points.
Yeah, I do think. That's what I said. It's 9 points, but that's the only trip up I
Last
can
season
see.
when they played Leeds, I honestly thought that could have gone the way because I was so back and forth.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, first game of the season though, it's.
What happened in the end though?
You won.
They won. But you remember last season, Leeds last season had a big problem when the clay character was just shit.
They won.
Well, let's be honest. If we turn up in 4 weeks' time and it's not 9 points, I'd be disappointed. If we turn up in 4 weeks' time and it's not 9 points, I'd be upset.
Yeah, I agree. Having said that though, your October's sticky.
October is
Results,
sticky. It's a
Silver.
sticky shit.
Who was on
We're coming to Manchester.
What City?
Both clubs.
That's us. City's the only one I fear.
Yes.
Because the thing is, I always half know what the team you're going to play against us. I half know the team you're going to play against us, and I'm not scared about it because we played that team and we haven't been bossed up.
You talk about United? Yeah. Man United?
Yeah.
Not West Ham, I'm talking about United, not Newcastle.
I don't know what
Manchester.
Are you confident against me?
I'm confident against
I can't believe it.
No, when was the last time?
Wait, one voice.
When was the last time Man United? When was the last time you?
Last season.
Mason Greenwood! Mason Greenwood.
FA Cup.
In the Prem.
Didn't we 4-2 you last game, no?
Transition, isn't it? Transition.
Oh, transition now.
Have we not drawn them?
No, we beat you 4-2 when you was 2-1.
Yeah. Shaqiri done bits.
No,
I
I'm
remember.
saying-
Talking about last season. End of last season. You thought it was 2-1
And the
or
first
2-0 up.
Yeah, because that game didn't matter no more. No,
Yeah.
well, for us, it mattered for you.
No, because that I swear that win
It was still
would have made
mathematically-
you secure second, and you didn't do
But
it.
where did we finish?
You finished second.
So it didn't matter.
It didn't matter in the end, but would it have been nice?
The
to
thing is,
secure
no.
second against
It
Liverpool?
always matters because it's Liverpool and United.
Exactly.
I'm just chatting.
Yeah, you're upset. But it's okay, you're upset.
Because you guys,
I'm upset.
we draw against you lot because more times you guys turn up with a back four where they don't get forward, a hold two holding mid, don't go anywhere. So you're practically playing 6 that just sit. That's why we draw most of the time.
It's okay.
No, but to be fair though, to be fair to United, because at that time, you lot weren't the United you are now, and I would have done the same thing. Playing Liverpool, who was flying, because at the time we was in Champions League.
I can tell you right now, I could probably name pretty much 9 of their starting 11 for this game. It's going to be your normal back four, but add Varane normally now. So it's going to be Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Shaw, and then you're going to play your De Gea in goal. And then you're going to play 2 holding mids, and it's going to be the same 2 holding mids. If they're both fit, it's going to be Fred and McTominay. And then now this is where it gets tricky, because what do you do with Pogba, Bruno, Ronaldo?
And now the moment you've all been waiting for.
You see the attitude?
I think you're supposed to be impartial.
Hey, I'm not impartial. How could I be impartial? No, but it's what the world wants to hear. It's what the world want to know about. We even made an extra space on the panel because we were so eager to talk about this topic. So, where should we start?
Fred.
What, you ain't seen that clip? You ain't seen that clip? He wants to fight. If you want to talk about Fred,
That's Fred's boy.
Where's he from?
Oh, come on, let's not do this.
They say
have you seen his passports?
he done deets on the passport, is it?
But yeah, man, the boy's back. The boy's back. I think Harry posted in a GIF of when Voldemort returned. Oh, he's back. I like that. He gave him a feel. You know, you don't even say his name. Don't say his name.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's what's gonna be. I think if he plays against Newcastle and he's in the dugout, then we're gonna look on the left and there's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's not. It's not. We're just thinking it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Soda, is he still the same Cristiano?
Bro, everyone's trying to say he's old and like, okay, he's old and he's not going to be running down the wing, but like, as a centre forward, Ronaldo's Ronaldo, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't need to be like running up and down the pitch.
He's old and he has an arthritic knee.
He has what?
He's got arthritis in his knee.
Okay.
That's why he's not as fast as he was, but he's still a physical like a physical specimen. He is that. But the Premier League's a different.
Ronaldo at 36, 42 years old, outscored the guy that is supposedly going to hand Chelsea the title. Please respect, man. When he comes to your yard, hold the same energy. When he jumps up above all your defenders and headers it top bins.
Wait,
when he bags the penalty,
is he going to be taking penalties with Bruno?
Bruno, I'm coming for you. Because this season, there's no penalties for you. There's no way you start padding anymore. I'm coming for you.
Sorry, one second. Bruno's 3-3. ESR is 0-3.
I don't care. Tick-tack.
But now you don't care. Wait, sorry.
I don't care.
He said he don't care.
I don't care. I got nothing to lose now.
What, are the old clips on or do we still have
Continue
You
talking about.
can't get a Bruno when he scored more than your club.
No,
You can't.
continue.
Man said more than your club. You hear that?
Continue. Let's go through the roster first. Continue. We're also talking about CR7. Continue.
What, CR7? He's still more time on CR7. He's the best player in the league.
In pardon?
He's the best player in the league.
What now? At the moment?
Yeah. Yeah. What did Sune say? Put your medals on the table. Put your Ballon d'Ors on the table.
Decorated, yes.
So
Who's the best player in the team?
Wait. Please tell me. Name me one player who's gonna come out and say I'm better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
KDB.
Yeah, man.
Right now. Is he not better than Ronaldo?
nah.
What about Salah? Salah better than Ronaldo?
I mean, it's hard to compare a CM to a centre forward.
I'm not sure, but he's Salah better than Ronaldo.
Bro,
Right now.
Cristiano is the best player in the league, and that's what I'm saying.
What, right? So, not of all, like... Not
Bro, wait, but so if we're arguing like normal arguments and we're saying, okay, who's the best player in the world, Messi or Ronaldo?
Why isn't it KDB and Messi?
The argument for Messi and Ronaldo is who's the best of all time.
Yeah,
We're not saying
that's
who's
not
the best
now.
in the world right now.
Yeah.
The context is different.
So that's what I'm saying. All right. Who's getting Ballon d'Or this year? Is it Jorginho?
Fucking no.
Yeah.
It's Messi. It's Messi. Yeah, because he won the Copa America.
Listen to your stupid justification, bro.
He won the Copa America.
Bro, did you watch the final? That was WWE in his prime,
Yeah,
brother.
but he was the best player in the tournament.
Bro, that's not. It's nothing. Who cares?
All right, so who's gonna win Ballon d'Or then?
No, that's what I said. Jorginho first.
But is Ronaldo in the running?
I don't know. No, he's not. He's not.
But you just said he's the best in the world, so
He's not.
He's
Well,
the
in my opinion, but okay, if we give it to Jorginho, is he the best player in the world? Is he better than KDB? Because Jorginho's in the convo. Kevin De Bruyne ain't even in the convo. So what are we doing here? If we're really doing best player in the world, we have to stand by Jorginho.
No, I don't think it is.
I mean,
He's a Chelsea fan. He don't believe it.
That's what I'm saying. It's absurd. It's absurd.
Even when you bring out all these individual trophies, some of them are just. It's in the moment. It's in the
Let
moment.
me please the people then. The most decorated player in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Daniel Alves.
It's Daniel. He's in the world.
But are they in the league though? Why are you moving? Hey, your favorite word? What's your favorite word?
I got a lot.
Obtuse. These men are moving obtuse. Alves ain't in. They're not in the Premier League, so obviously I'm not referring to them.
Manchester United's best player.
No, it's the most decorated player in the league.
He's the most decorated player in the league. Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm not referring to Messi and Alves.
You say the world. That's all.
You did say the world, so come correct.
You know what? It's all semantics. No one can chat to him. And when you see him in the dugout, have this energy.
I think he's going to cause more problems.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to become the Ronaldo show.
Elaborate.
It can go two ways. Like the benefits are he's experienced, so he can galvanize the team. He can put the young guys on smoke. Like literally, like people always complain about Pogba's inconsistencies. He's going to be like the kind of character to be like, you got to be consistent, bro. However, it can become the Ronaldo show, and he just fucks up your whole thing. And that's what I'm hoping.
You know what, your take, I respect that because you know what? It's hope and it could and it's all, up in the air. But you're not claiming it to be fact. I respect that, bro. I respect that.
I don't think that'll happen. I think you guys would do. I think it would be amazing.
Oh.
Nobody sees his mentality is too much, man.
Yeah. I think his mentality alone is gonna.
Do you know why I'm sitting here? Because I didn't expect that out of him. But the fact that he said amazing.
Yeah, I was ready for an argument.
Amazing is a big word,
I think with Ronaldo you get automatic.
Let's be honest, he's played in the Spanish league for how many years, and he's gone to an even slower league for how many years, and he's come back to. And what the worst thing for him now, the Premier League's adopted this ultra physical style of play that I don't think it'd be amazing. I still think he will be in the conversation for the Golden Boot. I genuinely think he will be.
How did you rate him in his European show?
What, Italy?
No,
in the Euros.
In the Euros.
Again, I think this is what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to cause more problems than it is because ultimately he took a lot. It's all Ronaldo. It's the Ronaldo show for Portugal. And he's going to come to United. It's going to be a Ronaldo show for United. He did all right. I wouldn't say they played it's Portugal. They always do well when Ronaldo does well. That's the facts.
And also, there's going to be a lot of imbalance with Bruno taking up spaces with CR7. We were saying this earlier.
With Ronaldo, I think first thing he's gonna bring is the mentality of a winner, because he's a serial winner. Secondly, I think he will inspire a lot of people when it comes to training and I don't even know, maybe like nutrition side of stuff, because apparently he does not fuck about. His stuff is, his body is his investment. Like he don't put shit in his body. He works out. So maybe some of the players who are slacking might see him at training at 6 a.m. doing extra bits and might join in and shit. So that might push the whole team.
Give them a mental edge.
Yeah, but the only maybe the other side that could hinder Man United is a selection problem now. Ronaldo's not gonna come and want to sit on the bench. Then if he does start, Greenwood probably gonna drop out. And then it's gonna slow his development. Sancho's not gonna want to sit on the bench. Bruno, Pogba, Rashford when he comes back. All these man. You've got 5, 6 man trying to fit in formation. Cavani as well.
I don't understand.
It is a good problem to have, but you gotta upset someone. And that could harm the unity in the squad. But you got who are you gonna when Ronaldo's coming in now? United, everyone that's playing is playing well. You can't just say, Ronaldo's here now, so one of you gotta go. Whoever comes out is gonna be
We
pissed.
just saw what's his name? The guy who used to play with Maguire. Why am I forgetting his name?
Lindelof.
Yeah, he just pissed off. Because Varane, he knew what.
Yeah, Lindelof's had a better season than Maguire, man. He's on better.
He knew what gone.
He's on better.
From the beginning when Varane signed.
Are you gonna tell me he's happy? He's playing better than Maguire and had to hold bench. But that's what I'm saying. It's gonna you're gonna upset some people, isn't it?
Be happy
For politics.
No, but
If you
yeah,
want,
it's true.
if you're building an effective team, you want players that on the bench that are hungry to come on, that can actually play. I don't want a bunch of Daniel James on the bench that are just happy to be on the bench. I want guys who are gonna be pissed off. Because when you come on, then you can show it.
Gonna show, yeah.
Guys, this is not bad. This is a good problem.
That's exactly my point.
I guess that is gonna be.
One of them maybe it's Martial you get rid of.
Yeah.
He's had enough time in it now. It's time he goes.
He can go.
What's
the
the
problem
other
is you signed what players this season, and then as an United fan, you're all if you're a true United fan, have you solved the problem that you have?
No, we haven't.
We
We haven't.
Some. Just some.
No, you need
What some? You
Every United
had a
fan
good
knows
defensive
that
record,
they
you had a good goal scoring record, but you signed a defender and an attacker. The issue that you've had was your midfield.
I've been screaming Basuma from day.
We have-
I've been screaming Basuma from day, but
We have-
bro, a nervy win over Wolves.
Very, very.
Barely.
Very, very.
I wasn't 100% comfortable.
You know what? Before everyone starts going off with their Grand Students type vibes, it's been said before, especially by the big man himself, Sir Alex Ferguson, the godfather of football, that if you want to be champions, you have to win these ugly games.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And today we won an ugly game.
What happened against Southampton though?
That was poor.
They had chances.
Were you poor today? Were you poor today? Were you poor today?
Yeah.
I think that's more the worrying thing is that your level of football across the field.
I can't lie. One thing as a host, I've noticed, yeah. Everyone's so eager to talk now. All of a sudden, lads, we need to relax. What? No. One man at a time. Go on.
Eager to talk because the majority, not even the majority, nearly 99% of United fans are like, it's our year. It's our year. We're winning it.
Yeah,
my
but
guy,
I said
I got
on
my guy on tape. Going to the camera. I said it. It's our year.
So he said I said it.
No. He said it as well. I sat next to him right here, and he said, "I'm winning
He's
it."
confident. He's not gonna shy behind it. He said first.
But then, and this is why everyone's so good because
So what
you guys talked a big game for finishing
If
second.
you're spending all that money on Raphael, then you have to.
You're not spending this money.
Yeah, you can't be saying second.
We've already said it though. We've already said no. We're not hiding. Before Cristiano, we said Oli must either win a trophy. It has to be either the league or the champs. FA Cup in the second. FA Cup in the second. Realistically, he'll give him another year.
Yeah, because he hasn't won a trophy, so yeah, we'll give him that.
Close second.
Yeah, but ultimately, who cares, innit?
Look.
As long as it's not a 10, 20 point gap.
And that's what I'm saying.
I sat here a couple of weeks ago next to Mams, and we both said this season we're back United. We have the team. There's no reason why we can't challenge.
Honestly,
There is this whole agenda that because it's United, everyone wants to just take it on as like you have to win, as if City has had to win or Liverpool has had to win.
No, it's not
Or
that.
Chelsea has. Let me land. Or like when Chelsea signed Lukaku, I didn't hear he has to win. All I heard is they're contenders. This season, there's going to be, I think, 4 very, very strong contenders, and none of them are dickheads.
United have a super team. United have a super team.
Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea.
United have a super team.
I hate it.
I think.
But yeah, I think when you lot are saying that United must win, you are essentially telling me that you see the others as weaker. So when they buck you and slap you, in fact, they've already slapped you.
So how come nobody else must win then? Because you must see the other teams as weaker.
It's just most Manchester United fans, if you listen to how they speak or whatnot, they
forget
really
what-
no. In addition to that, come on, no, we have to.
You Arsenal guys
We have to
have
look at
only
the
changed
holistic
recently,
point of view. In addition to that, yeah,
I swear, they changed that last year. You know what down, bro.
Name.
like you've bought so many players now. Yeah, you're spending money, and this has always been a thing with you guys. You don't spend big, but since Alex Ferguson's left, your results don't mimic what you spend, and I feel like it's gonna be the same this year. Just in a more dramatic way, like it's just gonna be the same.
Oh, no, I am worried. I'm scared because you know, no one can guarantee anything, innit? And Lord God, if it does flop, it's long. It's long. But at the same time, we're on Fergie time. Last few minutes. Let's have a look at the league holistically. Why are we laughing? You know what? I wasn't even going to attack Arsenal.
Hey,
I was going to talk about Mikel Antonio.
Their bottom.
Yeah, he thought it was an agenda. but since he, Arsenal's bottom.
Man thing.
And Tottenham are top.
Oh, you're bottom, bro. Yeah. So why are you talking?
Yeah, I can.
How?
We live in a free country.
Yeah.
Democracy. I can speak my piece.
Focus on your team, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I've already focused.
But lads, alright, enough about Arsenal, honestly. We've taken a piss out of them for an hour. Yeah. Let's talk about, the other positive stories in the league. Mikel Antonio recently denied access to the England squad. His allegiances switched over to Jamaica. What do we think of him?
That's a super team.
Nah, he's cold still.
Now, Antonio's been good quality for a while now.
In his own words, not bad for a right back.
He gets goals. He scores
Works for the
all type of
team.
goals.
Bully.
Flat chat bully, innit?
He seems like a nightmare to play against.
A better version of Adam Traore. A better version of Adam Traore.
Nah.
They're different.
Too far. But I hear what you mean physique-wise.
He's not even physique.
But football player, no way.
No, he's more.
No, make Antonio could. I mean, Adama can dribble.
Yeah, that's it. What's dribbling?
Antonio don't dribble, so they're not even a similar style. You know what I mean? The only thing in common is their physique, personally. What about Leicester? Quickly, just to touch on other teams.
I said to him yesterday, I don't feel like they're at the level they were last season. Despite their results, I don't feel that. It happened to us. I'm not even going to put it on Rodgers, but it's the only way I can think about it. When he was our manager, teams knew how we played the next season and they picked us apart. Same at Celtic. He left before they had the chance to understand his tactics. So it's like, he's out of the way. But I don't know if it's if they got injured. The only injury I can think of off my top of my head is Fofana, broken leg, but they've still got two, and Johnny Evans is out injured. That's the only two that I can think.
Core centre backs though.
But it's not defensively. They haven't looked like they can pick a team apart like they were last season. I don't know. It's just a bit weird. It's 3 games in, so I'm going to hold full judgment. But yeah.
Anyone got thoughts on Brentford? Ivan Toney off the mic. Mark.
Good goal.
Yeah.
Man's looking cold still.
Solid. It's gonna bully a few people. It's gonna bully a few people.
Yeah, trust me.
Like, I'm sure certain man still having nightmares.
Oh, I noticed how Arsenal are quiet. Villa, quickly, just do a quick synopsis.
I said Villa. I initially had Villa in my top 7 or top 6, and I also said that the manager is likely to get fired, and I stand by it. Because I think it's gonna go one or the other. I don't think they're gonna be like top 10. It's either gonna do or fuck up. Right now they're kind of like, it's unknown. Could go either way.
Yeah. Last season, no pressure. This season, you make big name signings and it puts the pressure on.
Buendia got a little goal.
Yeah, he's looked good.
No, I won't say little. I don't want to be little.
Nah, he's looked like a good player so far.
I think he's a good player. I would have preferred him over Martin Odegaard.
Hey, that guy, he telling an assist. Obviously, it was against the B team of West Brom, but one of them goals and assist was crazy.
Back here. Final club. We just dispatched and dealt with them, but it weren't easy. Wolves. I can't lie, Wolves.
I haven't watched Wolves this season before today, but Wolves
They can do it.
look like my man's team from last season, but
You
you know, it's it's still more or less the same thing. But Wolves has always been dangerous, and for some reason they're a little bit more energetic now than they did last season.
He's changed the shape slightly in that he's playing Adama more central, like a lot more central, and he's using the pace he has in his squad. But if you watch the games they have played, and I've seen all three, their chance conversion is woeful. Like Jimenez, obviously, I think it's a bit mental for him. He had a chance today and it was just poor. He just straight out there. It didn't make sense. Adama's missed a chance every game, and those chances he's missed are ones like to level it, to win the game.
He's a no-misser.
That's what I'm saying. He's a no-misser, but that's what I'm saying. But the ratio means you should eventually put one in, and these 3 games he needed to have put one in.
One thing I was gonna say is, based on how they played today, they're gonna upset a big team. They're definitely gonna, and I think it's C.
What?
That's a team I'm putting my. If I was gonna put money on which team Wolves would upset, it's C.
Yeah, but they've been upsetting City for years, especially Adama.
Now, because I don't know if that's how they were playing before, but what they were doing today, they weren't even looking where Adama was. It's just as soon as I got them, I'm licking it up.
Channel, yeah.
And he's just gone. And the other guy they're going is like Jinkao.
Yeah, he's cold still. Like, he was moving warm.
Yeah, he's alright.
He made that captain and embarrassed himself.
Merseyside boys, you want to touch on your counterparts? They're looking good, I can't lie.
That's sort of fun.
Breathing down your necks.
Yeah, it's really good. But to be fair, they got a great manager behind them, so he'll do stuff.
He's got that guy under the radar. As I said, Damari Gray, good signing for 1.5 million. That's a joke. And he's paid it back. He's paid it back already in terms of his performances. 1.5 million over.
His goal last week. His goal last week was cold. He got a shot quick. His goal last week, he got it out. Shot at a mad angle. Good finish, and then he scores again this week.
He back last week as well, yeah?
Yeah. So you can't really knock him. And he's had Premier League experience already from playing Leicester. I know it didn't go too well there, but he looks like he's gone away, added to his game, come back, and he's on. Yeah, he looks hungry.
He's out to prove Leicester wrong, in my opinion. But
yeah,
like
but
Benitez
when he plays Leicester, he's gonna scoring.
Benitez has got them playing the way they need to play. They needed a bit more structure, I thought, last year. And that's Benitez's forte.
Yeah, bro. He said he don't even. He said he don't even know who they're playing next.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that still.
I think Everton are trying to sign someone and then sending them out to get the signing them, man.
You know, the guy said that he came to play with Ancelotti and then Ancelotti pissed off.
Yeah.
But Benitez is still a top manager, though. It's like almost like a like for like.
Yeah.
It's the closest you're gonna get for a like for like. If they didn't get him, who else would they got? Would you thought it was close? It's almost like a like for like.
Put it this way, James doesn't fit into the way Benitez plays.
Yeah.
Just look at the way he can't have that sort of rebel free roll in a Benitez system. It doesn't work.
Quick before we wrap up, that little incident between Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison.
What happened? I missed it.
The fight over a pen.
Yeah. Calvert-Lewin was the pen taker. Richarlison was the pen.
Yeah, like what do we do in that situation?
The pen taker takes the pen. That's how it is. If the pen takers are on the pitch, they should have a second. Which, yeah.
Do you think Richarlison's staying at Everton this season?
I can't see him going nowhere else. Who wants him? Apparently, Paris or Madrid.
I disagree.
Madrid.
But do you really believe that?
If Madrid get Mbappe, then
Madrid.
And I think the PSG rumours are in his head.
I'm not gonna lie, Madrid ain't getting for nobody but Mbappe. PSG want him.
PSG ain't getting Richarlison.
If you can't get him,
I mean, Madrid ain't getting Richarlison. No way.
Like, why would they want to pay? Like, I don't know. He's not that great. Like, he's good. I rate him, but he's not that. He's not. It's nothing. Like.
So yeah. I'm guessing for next week we'll do a bit of throwbacks since no one's interested, and we got to keep delivering our content. But until then, people at home, thanks for tuning in, and do all that good stuff. You know, the YouTube Holy Trinity: like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.
And if you're an Arsenal fan, I'm sorry.